Okay, welcome team to our weekly call. Tonight we have a special guest, Carlos Aguilera. Carlos, for many of you guys, well, I think many of you guys know him, but if you don't, he is the director of the Latino market. And tonight he is going to break down the compensation plan. Audrey and I thought it would be super important to review it for many of you guys. And for some of you guys, it's going to be new. So I think it's important to know the compensation plan and how you can use it to your advantage to make money, right? And to grow your business and to understand it, because I feel that if you don't understand the compensation plan, then you certainly cannot grow your business, right? They go hand in hand. It's very important to understand all the details to it because there's so many ways to make money, and it's very exciting because then once you learn it and once you start to implement it into your business, then you can pass it along to when you bring on your coaches, just like Karen, introduced her coach, Mindy. Welcome, Mindy, once again to our team call. And so it's important to understand it so that this way you can then teach it, right? So make sure to ask questions. What I love about bringing Carlos on tonight is that Carlos simplifies everything. He makes it very simple to understand. So as Audrey and I were discussing, we were going to give the training. We've done it before. And then Audrey said, but Carlos simplifies everything. And I was like, yes. And he makes it easy to understand. So Carlos, welcome to our team call. Thank you for joining us today, March 19th. Can you guys believe it? March 19th. Crazy. And before I hand it over to you, I want to congratulate Emma because this is her second Success Club trip that she attends with Beachbody. And this time around, she is taking her boys to the cruise. I'm pretty sad that Jorge and I and Matias will not be there, but we will be there in spirit, and Carlos will be taking good care of you. Right, Carlos?
I'll be there. I'm super excited. I'm taking my wife and our baby and our 8-year-old daughter, Olivia, are going to be there. So we're super happy about this trip. But we're going to miss you, Gabi, for sure.
I know. I'll miss you guys. First one that we miss.
Yeah, but you know what? That's life, and I'm glad that you had the opportunity to be able to make choices like that.
Yes.
We have a choice, and that's something that most people can't do. Have a choice of whether they go to a trip or not.
No, you're absolutely right. And this opportunity, right? The Beachbody opportunity allows us to make so many different choices. So I am very excited that you're able to share our compensation plan with us, because one of the main things that I also want you to take away is that we all have the same opportunity as a coach. We all have the same fitness programs. We all have the same nutrition programs, right? We all have the same compensation plans. We all have the same products. The only difference is how you, as an individual coach, makes this opportunity work for you. So, Carlos, take it away.
Once again, thanks so much, Gabi, for the opportunity to be with you guys here tonight. And Mindy, welcome. And Emma, congratulations. This is so cool. I'm super excited for you guys. Let me show you a couple pictures. On this Sunday, we're almost springtime starting tomorrow, right? The 20th? Tomorrow is the first day of spring.
Matias has been telling me.
Dude, Thomas too. Thomas like, spring starting tomorrow.
I know. I think they talked about it kindergarten, right?
Yeah, so they're so excited. Matias and Thomas, our kids are the same age, and they go to the same school grade, kindergarten, pre-K, right? But I want to show you a picture of my daughter, Amelia. Look at Amelia. We dressed her for when we went to church. We gave her that St. Patrick's Day, green there.
So big and so different.
She looks beautiful, huh? And the thing is that she looks so beautiful. Her cheeks are so chubby. Look at that. So I want to tell you what happened. So the thing is this: she had her first kiss on Sunday. So this little boy, that's around a year and a half, started flirting and playing around her. He's like, oh, going around and around and around. And all of a sudden he stopped, right? And he stopped right in front of her and gave her a hug like this, right? And then he went for a kiss. And let me show you this. Oh, that's another picture I took with her. And
How handsome you look.
Thank you.
You never wear ties for us?
I never do. Well, if you want me to, I can wear one. But let me tell you. So what happened is this. So this little boy's hugging her, right? And goes and gives her a kiss right here in the cheek. And I don't know what happened. He probably just got excited. But the first time he's kissing a little girl on the big fat cheek, that he got too excited and actually took a bite of her cheek. And you see the picture there? You can't see it well, huh?
We see it. Oh my goodness.
He went to, oh! And
oh my God.
Let me tell you, she's fine now. She looks great. And she's got a little bruise there. And Emma, you're going to see her there in the cruise.
Oh,
but she's doing great. But what I wanted to share with you guys is that sometimes we get so excited to share the good things or the things we're doing that we don't know how to approach it. And obviously this little boy who was obviously had a little crush on my little daughter didn't know how to approach this and just took a bite out of this. And that's what I want to show you, how the compensation plan at Beachbody works. So you don't go super excited and scare people off by talking about the phenomenal business opportunity we have. And because you can just get so excited and just bite someone off, and then you never see them again because they go like, oh, this person's crazy. It's telling me that I can replace my income with this coaching thing, right? and the reality is, yes, you can do that. I mean, we've got literally hundreds and thousands of people who are doing amazing things with a compensation plan. But the way we do it is by focusing in on helping others. And those of you who choose to take this as your own business, as your part-time business that develops into something you can do daily and weekly, you can do a very good job at supplementing, complementing, or even replacing the income you have from home. And that is a story that we're going to be talking about today. Now, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income opportunity from the coaching opportunity. The income and the success of every coach depends on their own work, abilities, and skills. And guess what? Tonight, you're hosted by a woman who's doing a phenomenal job with her own business building at Beachbody. And she invited me to share with you a couple of those tips that helped her get started. And just like any other business, the coaching opportunity, it starts with a dream, with your own dream of helping others and focusing on what's working for you and sharing it with others. Okay? So having said that, Gabi, can you open up your mic and help me out a bit? I'm going to ask you a couple questions and tell me the following. Gabi, so how do you get started with Beachbody? What was the main thing that drove you to Beachbody?
So as a challenger, the first thing that drew me into Beachbody was my son was 8 months at the time. So I was, I had an infant. I was trying to find the right word. It's not a newborn, an infant. And I had 38 pounds to lose. I was, 38 pounds overweight. For my height, I felt like, almost like an out of body experience. I didn't recognize myself. I didn't really like to look at myself in the mirror. I didn't want my husband to see me. I didn't like, I don't even like shopping to begin with, but at that point, I didn't even want anything to do with the stores. And so I knew that I wanted to lose weight so that I can A, have energy, B, be healthy for my family. But what drew me to it is that I never enjoyed the gym. So I had to find something that was going to work for me. I was breastfeeding at the time. So I knew that doing it from home was the answer for me. the fact that I can work out at home, no one was going to watch me, I can follow an easy nutrition plan. And then my husband had, committed to doing it with me. And then I also had support from ladies that I didn't even know. So we all supported each other. So that drew me into Beachbody as a challenger. Do you want me to share what drew me as a coach?
No. So let's stop right there, okay? Because for the business to work, what you need to be thinking of constantly is constantly bringing people in.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what drives people into Beachbody is that we provide the best solution for in-home fitness in the world, or none. The best. I mean, that's what's always going to bring people to you. The fact that you're providing them with a solution to achieve their goals in fitness from home. And that's why I wanted to share that, Gabi. And for this business really to work for you, you need to be thinking that you're constantly bringing new people in to participate of your challenge groups, to participate using our products constantly, month after month. And that will only happen if you focus on their needs. And their main need of most Americans really is like 70-something% of us need to find a way to lose weight or to get healthy. And that's why Beachbody attracted Gabi to this. But now, Gabi, tell us, when did you notice that there was business opportunity with Beachbody?
So 2 weeks in, so I bought one challenge pack, and back then we didn't have Beachbody on demand. So one DVD came, a simple little book for the nutrition plan, and then my Shakeology, one bag of Shakeology. But like I mentioned earlier, Jorge had committed to doing the program with me. So 2 weeks in, my bag of Shakeology was going like that, right? And so I reached out to my coach and I said that I was going to order another bag. I posted it in the challenge group actually. And I said, what other flavor should I try? I tried the vanilla flavor. And so immediately she reached out to me privately and said, listen, you should consider signing up for the discount as a coach. And I said, and I've always been like that I'm not a couponer. I don't even know what the word is, but I'm not, someone who knows how to do that. But I always had like coupons for stores that I enjoy. Right. And so when she said 25% off, I did the math because I had committed to buying 2 bags because I knew that Jorge was now drinking it. And so I did the math and I was like, 25% off. I was like, where do I sign? Right. And so I also enjoyed being in the challenge group. And so I was that challenger that was commenting on everyone's posts. I was that challenger that was checking in every day, sharing what was working for me, sharing my struggles, etc. And so I said to myself, I wonder why she does this. Like, why is she coaching? Like, so my mind started to kind of ponder on like the idea of being a coach and then how simple she made the challenge group. And I said, I think I can do that. Like, it doesn't seem like you have to be, an expert in fitness or nutrition. I think I can do this. So when I signed up to save on 2 bags of Shakeology, I then went into the back office and I kind of stumble on what is it? And one of the tabs that said to enter your direct deposit information. And I said, oh, you get paid to do this? I'm like, how? Like, all you're doing is helping people. So all along I was thinking like she's doing it because she enjoys helping people. Not in a million years did I imagine that becoming a coach would mean that I would also get paid for it. And so from that point, I just helped. I told everyone that I was close to. So everyone in my inner circle, all my friends and family. And I was like, this is what I'm doing. And people had already noticed anyway that I was losing weight, that Jorge and I, looked different, felt different, had a better attitude and energy. And they wanted to know what we were doing. And so that first month, I helped, I believe it was 13 people. 13 people. Mm-hmm. And my first week as a coach, I made, I can't remember if it was my first month as a coach, I believe I made $330 something. And I couldn't even believe it. I was like, oh, wow. And so all I said to Jorge was, once I received that first check, I said to him, I give you my word that, because I was a stay-at-home mom at that point, we had committed to me raising Matias until he was 3. I said, once he's 3, I'm going to go back to corporate, which was, for me, corporate was human resources. And I was a generalist. And I said, once he turned 3, I think he's going to be talking up a storm. So I feel comfortable dropping him off somewhere. And I said to Jorge, I don't want to put another expense on your plate. So I give you my word that I will make, I will help enough people to pay for those 2 bags of Shakeology.
Wow.
And that's how it all started.
So check this out. So the progression that occur is that she saw a solution. Once she realized that this is awesome, she committed to another one and she started telling her story. And people start coming to her. She approached others, of course, with the solution. And then she realized, hey, I'm not only going to get a discount, but also can make a little money. Well, $300 is a lot of money, guys. Tell you, if you think about, if you think $500 more a month, it could change your economy a lot. Okay? But this is the key to understanding what unlocks this compensation plan. The compensation plan at Beachbody is unlocked with the idea of you sharing your experience with others, being free to say, you know what, this is something I'm trying and I'm using it. And I want you to know it. So put this in your mind. Every time you bring a new customer in or a new coach in, always ask this question. Ask this question. Karen, I'm so glad that you're joining us. Do you have a friend or 2, maybe 3, who would love to get started with you? So it could be your accountability partner. Okay? Write this down, guys. Promise you it's going to work. It's super easy because everybody wants to share with others.
Repeat it, Carlos.
So the question is this. Karen or Carolina, Mindy, do you have 2 or 3 friends who would love to join you to be your accountability partners? So the question is, do you have 2 or 3 friends who would like to join you to be your accountability partners? Hey, everything we do as a group, guys, right? Have you noticed that? That every time you find a cool movie, you want to share with others. Every time you go to a party, you want to take your friend with you. It's the same thing with this. And that's one of the reasons you want to appeal to this new coach or new customer who's joining to start immediately with others. Why is that key? What's going to happen? The same thing that Gabby experienced. As soon as your new coach invites someone new, you help them close them, right? You're going to help them close them. Guess what's going to happen the following week? Your new coach is going to get what we call the challenge pack bonus. And that's the first thing I'm going to teach you about our compensation plan. The challenge pack bonus is a bonus that's paid to every coach for anyone they enroll as a new customer or as a new coach. And that challenge pack bonus is paid every Thursday. So the following Thursday of this person joining, so let's say that I joined Gabby on Tuesday, Gabby's going to get her challenge pack bonus on Thursday. And depending on what I buy, so if I buy the Beachbody On Demand pack, or let's say the Miss the Mask pack, right, which is $180-something, she's going to get about $45 as a bonus, right? Back then when she enrolled 13 people and she only got paid $330 because the packs were smaller and they didn't have as much bonuses. Now the packs have a very healthy bonus that is paid weekly.
Carlos,
right?
I looked it up.
Yeah?
What I made my first month.
So tell us.
332 and change was my first week.
Okay, $332 and change, okay?
Look, this is what I made.
Oh my gosh, $871. So it's no wonder
that in my first month.
But once again, but you see what she did, guys? She realized that she has something good in front of her, and she told everybody around her. So come and join me. This is fun. This is so cool. Guess what? We're getting in shape together. Let's do this. And you know what? That's the excitement that you need to emphasize when you invite someone to start. Carolina, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, do you have 2 or 3 friends who would love to join us in this journey to a better self? That's what you do. And what's going to happen? That's immediately going to unlock that bonus, guys. It's going to unlock that bonus for that new coach of yours. And what's going to happen? It's like it's going to open up their minds. It's going to, wow, I helped 3 friends and I got $150. Oh my God. I can do this and get my psychology paid for, get my, get extra money for the weekend. So that's the first part, okay? The challenge pack bonuses, okay? Challenge pack bonus works only once. So for every new customer or every new coach, it will only pay you once the specific amount of the bonus. And the bonus changes depending on the pack that they purchase, right? So if they purchase a deluxe pack, it's going to be about $100 and some. A mega pack, right? It's like $100 and some. If they buy a deluxe pack, is about $75. And if they purchase a basic pack or sell a basic pack, it's going to be about $40 to $50 something, depending on what they're eyeing. But that's what I want you to think about, because it's important to understand it. I mean, the topic of this discussion is how to make $500 a month with Beachbody, right? And the first way will be super easy. It's like, if you want to make $500, right? And you know that if you have 5 people, 5 new of your friends or customers who purchase a mega pack, and Gabby, you've explained this to them, right? What the mega pack looks like, the Beachbody.
Yes, they all have pictures, different pictures. Right now, last week we discussed yes, and the different packs and how much. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. Yes. Yeah, I actually did an unboxing today for our sneak peek group of everything that came in my box.
This is the pack, but without me.
Carlos, wait, let me take a picture. I was about to take a picture. Anyway. Okay,
there you go. Is there?
You are too much.
But so the thing is this. Understand this. One of the things that I'll suggest for you guys to have is like to print out the price list we have in the back office to understand the PV and the TV. Well, I'm going to explain that in a minute. But also know the challenge pack bonuses, how much you pay, right? And all that's there you can find in the back office. But know this: if you're inviting 3 people and they all buy the mega pack that has Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, Ultimate Portion Fix, all together, it's going to pay you a bonus is around $100 and some. That means that 3 people join with that mega pack, and you already made $300 plus with 3 of them, right? And now think about this. They're getting the best deal. They're getting the most discounted products that they can get, and access to both Beachbody On Demand and to the Ultimate Portion Fix and 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, who will be refilmed again, right? Starting April 1st. And of course, if they add the certification, it's even more of a value because they will be taught on how to use these containers and to teach others, be a certified master trainer on this, right? So yeah, that's the best deal. That's the reason why you want them to have that, so they will have access to all the solutions they can receive. But know that because it's the same conversation with somebody when you talk about the basic kit, which is $80, or the pack that's $150 to $200. It's the same conversation, and most people are really afraid to go, oh, I don't know if they can afford it, and they're a little afraid of, I don't know if they, know this for a fact, that the pack they get, especially if it's a mega pack, is the best deal they're going to get. The products are going to be super discounted. They're going to have access to everything they need, and it's the best deal they can get at that moment, right? So the benefit is going to be theirs anyway. But know also that will directly impact the commission that you will receive, okay? So that's what I had to share with you about that first part, which is the bonus, the challenge pack bonuses that is paid to you every Thursday for those new coaches or customers who purchased a challenge pack between Thursday and Wednesday of the previous week. Cool? You like that? So now I'm going to teach you something else. I'm going to skip around a little bit in the compensation plan. Because at Beachbody, we love to reward coaches who are constantly bringing new people in. We have an additional bonus. This bonus is called the plus bonus, which is this. If you enroll 5 people with a challenge pack and HD, meaning that they're committing to buying Shakeology the following months, right? 5 people with a challenge pack and HD in 5 consecutive weeks, right? So let's say that 5 weeks ago you enrolled 1, 4 weeks ago another 1, 3 weeks ago another 1, and this week you enroll the 5th person. On top of the $50 or $100, depending on whatever the pack they bought, that you receive from these purchases, when you have 5 new people who bought a challenge pack with HD in 5 consecutive weeks, they could all buy in 1 week. We give you an additional $100. Have you seen that before, guys? Gabby, of course you've seen it. It's super cool because think about this. I mean, if you new coach, let's think about your new coach. Your new coach goes and says, all right, you know what? I'm ready to start it, and I've got my friend Elise, who's always been doing all the crazy diets with me, and my friend Marcela, who is also going shopping with me whenever we buy fajas or whenever we buy, the crazy diets on the pills, she's in, okay? And you invite those 2 together with you, you there got the 2 bonuses, right? The following week. But as Marcela, Elise, and you start seeing results 1 or 2 weeks into it, and they start talking to others, you have 3 more people who join you guys. Guess what? On top of that, you get an additional $100. That is good for you to understand because, remember, it's 5 consecutive weeks. So let's say in the first week, you have 2 people join, and in the following week, you have another one join, so that's 3. The following week, you have nobody joins. But in the 4th week, you have 1 person join. Don't leave money in the table by waiting 2 more weeks to enroll your next person. No. Make sure you enroll your 5th person within the 5 rolling weeks so you can cash on those additional $100. Okay. So, Gabi, tell me, what's your experience with that additional bonus I was telling you about?
I always forget about the bonus until I see it in my check. Specifically around times of new launches, right? Because you're bringing in so many people as coaches that, you get to Thursday and then you check and you're like, oh, it's the fast start bonus, right? Is that it? The fast start bonus?
Yes, the fast start bonus.
Yeah. And so it's definitely a plus because not only did you help 5 people and got the bonus or the commission for them, depending on what pack they got, right?
Yeah.
And now you got an additional $100.
That's right. And Karen is telling us, so if I enroll 10 people with a challenge pack in HD, do I get $200? That is correct. That is right. That's why it's so cool to take advantage of the launches because it creates this momentum, right? Everybody's talking about it. And it's like this effervescence, like, yeah. And note this, Karen, is $200 additional because you're still getting the $50 or $75 or $100 from the pack itself. It's $200 additional to what you already got. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay. and that's right. So that's why I wanted you to know this, because there is a cadence. There is a cadence. Within 5 weeks, 5 people, $100 more to what you already got. Cool? Okay. Now, once again, I don't want you to just be looking at people with this dollar sign. No. Remember what happened to Amelia, right? You need to be loving and caring and making sure people are getting results. That's how this works, right? But realize that this compensation plan is a tool for you to start receiving the benefits also of the financial opportunity that is part of Beachbody. Okay, so the next feature that I want to talk to you about is a feature that you start seeing as the weeks go by, which is called the team bonus cycle. Team cycle bonus. Never mind, I was just thinking in Spanish. So the team cycle bonus is the idea that we want you to continue to receive commissions for the purchases of all your coaches in your team who continue to use Beachbody products after their first month of being with us. Because most people think, I know what happens when they buy for the first time. What happens when they buy Shakeology the second month? And what happens when they purchase Ultimate Portion Fix and the starter kit, like the ones that's $89? All those products, every product, even apparel, the clothes that we sell, Beachbody On Demand, everything has team volume, TV. Write this down, TV. Every product, if you look in the back office, every product has TV. So every time a member of your team, not necessarily the ones that you sponsored directly, but also the ones that your coaches sponsored, they all provide you with what we call team volume. And that team volume is paid to those emerald coaches and above. And that's why for you it's important to understand that you need to become an emerald. Just to begin to get paid on that volume that is generated by you and all your coaches and their coaches in your organization. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how this works. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Give me 1 second, right here. Okay, can you see this, guys? Can you see it? Okay, cool. So team volume, very important to understand. What is team volume? Team volume is generated by the cells of the coaches in the left and the right legs in your entire organization. So left leg, right leg. You guys have seen this before, right? When you go in the back office, you're going to see the coaches are going into your right and your left, right? So let me show you this. When you have 100 points in one of the legs, in this example, I have it in the left, and 200 points in my left leg, you complete 300 points, right? For every 300 points, 200 and 100, we pay you what we call the team cycle bonus. That team cycle bonus is paid on Thursdays to coaches who are emerald or above, okay? So 200 and 100 provide you with what we call one cycle. So every 300 points, you're going to get one cycle. One cycle. And this one cycle, if you're a diamond, it pays you $18 a cycle. Write this down. A diamond gets paid $18 a cycle. A ruby coach gets paid $16 a cycle. And an emerald coach gets paid $14 a cycle. So if a cycle is 300 points, divided 200 in the strong one, 100 in the weak one, that equals $14 or $16 if you're a ruby or $18 if you're a diamond, then I'm going to show you now how to do the math to understand how to make $200 or $300 or $500 from Team Cycle bonus, understanding the number of volume you need on each leg. Okay, so for example, if you want to make $72 a week, you should have 1,800 points in your right leg and 400 points in your left. That will give you 4 cycles, which is $72. Now, take a look at this. This is how it works, basically. Okay, it's going to deduct $100 from each cycle, right? So you can see that this volume moving back and forth. We've got actually a video that Michael Neiman made in the back office. You can watch it a couple of times. It's going to give you an idea how it works. Okay, but the best way to understand it is with this image I'm going to show you. Okay, the more volume you have in either leg, the more income you will receive as an Emerald coach or above. Okay, what generates volume? What generates volume? Before we move on, the purchases of your coaches of Beachbody products, whatever there is, whether it's clothing or a renewal of Beachbody on demand, or the different the bars, Shakeology, all that gives you volume. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an example now how you can say, okay, I've got an income goal of $1,000. Okay, who be interested in understanding how to make $1,000 with Beachbody, right? That's the goal, right? So to do this, you do the math. How many cycles do you need as a diamond coach to generate $1,000? This is very simple. You get the number that you want, in this case 1,000, and you divide it by 18. Okay? So if you want 500 as a diamond, you divide 500 into 18, and it will give you the number of cycles. In this example, to generate $1,000, you need 56 cycles. And if you need 56 cycles, then how much TV do you need? The answer is 56 times 300, because each cycle is 300 points, right? In this case, it's 16,800 TV. Okay? Now, it's not just 16,800 TV, but has to be 200 of each on the strong leg and 100 on the weak leg. Now, how do you take a look at this? It's this way. So you go 56 times 100 equals 5,600 in your weak leg, and 56 times 200 equals 11,200 TV in your strong leg. But now you're saying, Carlos, what is this about TV and so many big numbers? What is this about? How do you translate into human speak? This is how you translate it into human speak, guys. You have 62 people buying Shakeology in your weak leg, and you have 120 people buying Shakeology in your strong leg. Okay? What do you think about this? Okay? So, does that help you understand TV better when you put it into people numbers? You like that, Gaby?
Oh, yes.
So now you're thinking, Carlos, but I don't know 62 people, and I don't know 124 people. The coolest thing about the compensation plan we have is the team volume is literally team volume. Anyone that you or your coaches who you personally sponsor, or the coaches that your coach, upline coach sponsors, go into this. Because you only have 2 positions in front of you, one right, one left. So from then on, anyone who goes in the left leg will count as team volume in your left. So it's not just the people you're bringing in, but also all those individuals that your coaches are bringing in, and even some of those individuals or people who your personal coach, your upline coach is also bringing in. All that count as a volume, right? So it's not just the ones you bring in, but everybody. So what do you think about that, Gabi? Can you give us an idea of what that means? Because people may think, oh, I don't know 124 people, huh?
Mm-hmm. You know, every time I bring on even a coach who has been with us for just taking advantage of the discount, you know, they sign up and then they convert because they want to save on Shakeology or the performance line, etc. And then they decide, you know, because people start asking them questions about like, what have you been doing? And, you know, and you look great and you've lost weight and how you know, can you teach me, blah, blah. And then once they sign up, I actually take them to my back office, right? And I share with them, so this is where you are, and this is how many people have been placed under you, and this is how many Shakeologies are already shipping out. And so the quicker you get to Emerald, the quicker you can cash out on that. Because basically, if you're not an Emerald, that volume just kind of, you know, passes you, right?
That's right.
It's almost like if you're ducking your head and it just goes over your head. And like you said earlier, you're leaving money on the table. That beats
maybe an Emerald.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you so much. Now, take a look at this, guys. So if your income is $1,000, then you need 56 cycles. If you're a diamond, of course, remember, right? That's the volume you need, right? If you need $2,000, multiply by 2. If you need $10,000, multiply by 10. Now you know the points you need. But now, where do you see this in your back office? When you go to the back office, you can take a look at this. Now you see the image here, guys, right? You go basically to volume, and the volume is going to show you your volume in the weak leg and your volume in the right, right? Most people do have volume in either one of the legs because everybody's somewhere building, right? Unless you're a brand new coach. And the thing is this, like Gabi was saying, for you to take advantage of this, one, you need to rank to Emerald, and number two, you need to start balancing that leg. You need to start putting volume in the weak leg so you can start cashing in the volume that's in your your strong leg. So I'm going to show you now when you go to monitor my business, then you go to compensation, you click on the team volume and carryover volume. You click on that, and it's going to give you basically more information on what's happened in the previous weeks. Yeah? And once again, you can take a look at the cycles that you've received. So if you look at this, it says 3 cycles, 3 cycles, 11 cycles, 3 cycles, 4 cycles. So basically, you have a total of 24 cycles times 18. That's in 5 rolling weeks, right? You've received $432 from team cycle bonuses. So if you complete 24 cycles in 5 weeks, you'll be making about $430 if you're a diamond coach. Now, this is on top of the challenge pack bonuses that are paid weekly for bringing new people into your organization who are personally sponsored by you. Cool? So, now, diamonds are the ones who are driving rank, right? But what's going to make you really do well in your business is understanding that you need to have star diamonds, meaning allow yourself to inspire others to become a diamond themselves and to have their own diamonds, because that's when your leg starts getting stronger. When you have in your organization a diamond who's building, they're bringing volume to you, additional to what you're doing on your own. A star diamond is something that you're going to be thinking about having. Okay. Now, placement is key. And many people find out that when they look at the volume, that they have all this volume in the right leg. And when they look at the positioning in their back office, they realize that everybody they are personally sponsoring are going to the strong leg. That's a common mistake on those who do not understand this part, because they're putting everybody in the same leg. What you need to do is sit down with your coach, is take a look at your back office and follow this idea here. Take a look at the strong leg and think to yourself, okay, I'm going to start putting now people in my weak leg so I can balance those 200 and 100 points, right? And this is how you do it. You go to monitor my business. Then when it says downline, you go down below where it says preferred placement. And it's going to give you the idea of looking where you want to put people. You usually want to put them in your weak leg, right? And you set the preferred placement, right? You take a look at that, and you put them there. So preferred placement on the coach that you want to build underneath it, and they put him on the weak leg of that preferred coach where you want him to go. Now, once again, I'm just browsing through this very quickly, but what I wanted to show you is the fact that you have the ability of knowing where your new coaches and customers are going. Take advantage of that. Think strategically. Think of where do you need volume and place it there in the following people you're enrolling. That way you can start cashing on that idea. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. If your coach is making $40 in a cycle, $40 in a cycle, or $42, we have, if one of your Emerald coaches, let's say that Karen is my sponsor, Carlos' sponsor, and I was taught by Karen how to become an Emerald coach. When I am an Emerald coach, Karen is also an Emerald coach, right? She has to be an Emerald. Karen has another way of making income. That's by helping me advance in rank. When I become an Emerald coach and I start receiving team cycle bonuses, let's say that I made $40 this week, right? I made $40. Karen, because she's my sponsor, she will receive 10% of what I receive. So if I make $40, Karen's going to make $4. Isn't that cool? So think about this. Is in Karen's best interest to teach more Carloses how to make $40 a week with Team Cycle Bonus? Because every time another Carlos makes $40, she's going to be making additional $4 on top of all these other things I was telling you about. So that's what we call a Team Cycle matching bonus. And that rewards you for taking time to teach your coaches how to rake advance and how to make their own Team Cycle bonuses. It's basically rewarding you to help others become successful as coaches. So what do you think about that bonus, Gabi?
Let's not forget the 5% bonus. So the 10% is for when you're a diamond coach and your coaches are making cycle bonuses. So you get 10% of that, like Carlos said. And then you get 5% bonuses if you're a Ruby coach. And then they pay you 5% of the team cycle bonuses of what your coaches are making. Did that make sense, guys?
Yeah. So basically, I'm glad that you corrected me there because I was giving you the wrong info. When you're a diamond coach, you get 10% of your personally sponsored coaches. And when you're a Ruby coach, you make 5% of your personally sponsored coaches.
They'll reward you.
That's right. So, but once again, it's because you are teaching others how to do it. And to be a diamond, you need to have 2 emeralds. And that's what kicks in. And to be a Ruby, you need to have 1 emerald. And that's how we reward you. Okay? So, yeah. So if you're
you still need your 2 emeralds as a Ruby.
Yeah, you need to have them both.
On both sides, yeah.
1 on each leg. Okay, so that takes me to the final part of the compensation plan that I wanted to discuss with you, which is the leadership bonuses. So we basically have 4 leadership bonuses. The first one is for 2-star diamonds. When you are a diamond who has 2 diamonds in your organization, 1 on each leg, okay? You've helped 2 coaches become diamonds in your organization, you are, and hold it for 6 weeks, you become a 2-star diamond coach. That allows you then to quarterly participate of a bonus that is paid quarterly, right? With a volume that's generated quarterly, we pay this bonus to all 2-star diamonds and above. And this bonus is usually between $700 and $800, depends on the volume that generated that quarter, right? But you get that as an additional incentive, saying, hey, you know what, you helped 2 diamonds become a diamond and hold it for 6 weeks. In this period, then we're going to give you an additional $800 a quarter. Now, when you're a 5-star diamond, you qualify to the second leadership bonus, which is a 5-star diamond bonus, which is also paid quarterly, the same way. And that's when you qualify as a 5-star diamond and you help those 5-star diamonds stay qualified as diamonds for 6 consecutive weeks in the period, and that pays you an additional $1,200 to $1,500 depending on the quarter, right? But that $1,500 or $1,200 is paid in addition to the other $800. Mm-hmm. So if you're a 2-star diamond and a 5-star diamond in the same quarter, you're making about $1,800. Oh no, $2,200, about approximately. Well, it varies.
I think it's more.
Yeah, it's more. I mean, I'm trying to put it lower because
I know you're being conservative.
Of course. So you get surprised when you get it.
Numbers, I know, because those numbers are like when you see them.
Yeah, you're gonna realize that your efforts are awesome. The next one is when you're a 10-star diamond. When you're a 10-star diamond, the bonuses are getting beautiful. It's around $12,000, $13,000 on top of the $2,000 and the $800. So when you put them all together, is almost $30,000 for being a 10-star diamond in that quarter. And when you're a 15-star diamond a coach, you add an additional about $30,000 to that. So if you add them all together, it's about $45,000 or $50,000 in that quarter. And why am I telling you this? It's not so you go, oh, that's so much money. No, it's so you understand that your leadership and helping people see the potential of what we can do pays. It does pay. And that is, once again, reserved to those individuals who help others become diamonds and hold it for 6 or 7 weeks. So if you help 2 people, then you have that bonus, which is awesome, every quarter. Yeah. Of course, they have to qualify every quarter. Yeah. And then 5, 10, and 15. And the reason why I want you to know that is because I want you to know that it's possible. People are doing it right now. And if you're looking for a way to, I don't know what your goals are, maybe to save for school or to pay school loans or to get out of debt or, I don't know, help your parents out, whatever it is, you can make Beachbody coaching into a vehicle that will allow you to get there. Once again, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income of the Beachbody opportunity. The success of every coach will depend on their own work, ability, and diligence in doing this. But there are people who are doing it. And the reason they're doing it is varied as colors in the sky. It's just, everybody has their own reason. But the cool thing is that is available, and you can do it because it's there. I've seen it myself, and if you focus on helping people achieve the results and teaching others on how to do the same thing, well, that's open to you too then. So, Gabby, that's how I wanted to explain the compensation plan. I hope that that's something that you liked.
I told you guys he makes it simple. It's I really enjoyed the way you opened it, which was, there's different ways that you can take this opportunity, right? I've always known that, but it's the way you said it, is, you know, you said you can replace the income, you can supplement the income, and you can, there was the third word you used.
Complement.
Complement, supplement, or replace. I love it, right? Anyone on this call can do that. Any question, guys? You know what?
So yeah, let's see if we can see other guys. And once again, the idea is that the idea for you is what is it that you're looking for? Is it just a cool discount, or pay for Shakeology? That should be your first goal, by the way. Or start saying, you know what, I want $500 a month. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, if you are getting $500 a month with this business, I know you can do it. But number two, you will realize that you're unlocking a bunch of other benefits that we did not discuss. For example, Success Club trips. Success Club trips come from you helping 3 people at least per month to join us. And that's going to give you at least $150 a month in income. But at the end of the year, we go on a vacation too. Cool. Okay, so that's what I had to share with you guys. And Gabby, thanks so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Just real quick, just want to make sure that to see if anyone has a question. Everyone is clear on all the different ways to earn. Okay, everyone is good to go. Thank you, Carlos, so much. I'm going to upload the recording into our team pages. Carlos, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for sharing your knowledge. It's always, always appreciated.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks so much for the opportunity, and see you guys later. And
thank you, and have a great time on the cruise.
I will. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.